Hey traders, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about advanced human imaging, ticker symbol AHI. Now, this is another stock that's a low float IPO that has taken the internet and FinTwit by storm. It's part of the Zach Morris Index, and it's another one of these companies that I believe has major potential moving forward to double, triple, and go parabolic in the next few months. Very, very exciting company. I'm going to break down some DD on this company and why I believe it has that potential to skyrocket. And then I'm going to hop into the charts, breaking down key levels, key indicators, and more, so we know how to best play the stock moving forward. So without any further ado, leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. So AHI is a advanced medical imaging company that, specializes in using AI to kind of change the game as far as modeling and imaging goes for, health purposes. And right now their work so far has been absolutely groundbreaking. They have this article that was released here by the CEO of AHI, Vlado Boznak, that you can find on his LinkedIn page that kind of explains the projects that they have been working on, specifically MetaTwin, and kind of how he believes that it is going to change the game. This is a phenomenal read that kind of explains, where we are headed in, the medical universe over the next few years and how their technology can be used to kind of change the game. And already we are seeing very, very positive results. We saw this PR released a couple of weeks ago, or at least resurfaced a couple of weeks ago, where AHI had agreed with Toronto-based digital health provider Qbert to launch, something into their FitTrack app called FitScan. And this is really going to kind of help innovate this app and kind of change the way that people are able to track their health and fitness. This app already has 800,000 users that are now going to be using AHI's technology, and this is going to become available very, very soon in March of 2022. So this is, right around the corner, and we can already see that AHI has this technology available, and, it is going to start being integrated into pretty large scale projects very soon. They may continue to kind of sell this technology and continue to integrate it with different companies and health services and health providers, or, they are also a very, very good candidate for acquisition. This technology, like I said, it's groundbreaking. It's very exciting. So that is another huge possibility here that could send the price of the stock absolutely skyrocketing. Another kind of key thing to know about AHI, I already kind of mentioned that it is a low float IPO, but as far as low float IPOs, this, could very well be kind of a micro float IPO. If you kind of read a little bit into their initial public offering announcement, you can see here that they have currently very limited shares outstanding. 1 million units were delivered on IPO day. Uh, and each unit essentially consists of 2 shares. That's a 2 million share float. Not a lot of additional kind of shares in the works. There were warrants that were sold. However, those warrants aren't exercisable for 3 more years. So not going to see any of that kind of factor in anytime soon. So no really short-term dilution along the way. The only thing I'm seeing here is that the Maxim Group does have a 45-day option to purchase an additional 300,000 shares and 150,000 warrants. So we could see, potentially, those 300,000, times two, 600,000 shares added to the float. But that still makes this a 2.6 million float stock. That is extremely small float. It means that the stock can move up quickly with the announcement of any major PRs or news or momentum swings or anything like that. So that is kind of another very compelling component for why this stock looks very promising for swing traders in the near future. Now let's hop into the chart. As we can see here, IPO came out late November. So it's been, trading on the markets for less than a month, but already we're seeing some, significant moves to the upside as more and more investors and traders are kind of realizing the potential here. As we can see over the last week, we have seen, a bit of a cool down and a downtrend. But this is much needed, okay, from a stock that's gone, from $3 in the beginning of December all the way to highs of 777. A cool down can be expected. This is nothing but healthy. And as we can see when we, hop into the RSI and the MACD, this was much needed for this stock to kind of consolidate, build a base, and then make this next push to the upside very, very soon. That being said, let's hop into our support and resistance levels. First support zone is going to be at $5.30. Next support level all the way down to $5. Key psychological level there. After that, 470 and 445. And after that, all the way down to the fours. Would not worry about that in the short term. We were, kind of setting up these zones, but then we saw all the momentum and volume start to come into this stock. And I doubt that we are going to be revisiting these lows anytime soon. So these are really the support zones you should be focused on. And as I always say, when it comes to these support levels, you should always try to buy near support levels. If you are looking to buy a position or add to your position, by doing so, you minimize your risk and maximize your upside. But all around, just great dip opportunities at these levels. Just kind of understanding the future potential of this company and the groundbreaking technology that they're currently, producing and working with and selling out to the public. Now, as far as resistance levels goes, we have some resistance levels being established in the fives and low sixes, 555 to 575. It's kind of your first big zone. And then this $6 to 630 level is your next big zone. After that, the chart really does start to clear up. So if we can kind of, slowly start to crawl up, build this base and, move to the upside, well, then we could really start to see the stock start to fly again. We do have a little bit of resistance at 680, $7 key psychological level, and 775 is right near where the highs are. So there will be a little bit of resistance there, but honestly, not much to work with right now. And that is very, very promising with such a low float, kind of high momentum company. As far as other things to point out about this chart, we do currently see this downtrend that was being established over, the last week or so. Like I said, this isn't much to worry about. This is something that is healthy after such an aggressive move to the upside. However, now in this next week, we are going to look to potentially break out of this downtrend. And like when that happens, we are going to start to see, that next potential move to the upside. So, have this trend line drawn on your chart and kind of be ready to buy near support levels once this downtrend truly breaks. If you are looking to get involved with this company and either swing trade it, day trade it, invest in it, doesn't matter. Just make sure that, that trend break does happen. Other things to point out, not really much to talk about in terms of moving averages since this company hasn't been trading for a long time. However, we do have a 9-day EMA here at 514, currently sitting above that, which is indeed bullish. It's a good bullish signal and, just goes to show that the short-term bullish momentum, despite, what we've seen here with this sell-off, it's still very much present in this stock. And this kind of consolidation here in the sell-off is very, very warranted and nothing to worry about. Now let's hop into our RSI and MACD. We're going to look at these on the hourly level since once again, we don't really have enough data to go over on the daily levels. And once again, we see kind of the importance of this big little consolidation, dip that we've been in over the last week or so. We were approaching a very oversold level on the RSI or overbought level rather. And now with, this consolidation and dip down to these levels, we have seen this cool off and now we're actually approaching an oversold level. So as you guys can see, the selling pressure is going to cool off soon and we are going to now kind of set ourselves up for another big run in the future, with the RSI being this low. And the MACD just goes to confirm this story. As you guys can see, very overextended. Now it's just been cooling down, cooling down. And, as we break out of this downtrend, we are going to see this start to curl around and kind of give us an opportunity to make a big push back to the upside. That's pretty much all I have to say about this stock. Very excited to see what's going to happen over the next week, whether it can break out of that downtrend. And I'm curious to hear what you guys think is going to happen next week. So let me know. If you have any questions for me, also let me know. You can either hit me up on Twitter or leave a comment down below. I am very happy to respond to any questions. If you like this video, hit me with a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. And aside from that, have a great rest of your night.